Welcome home.
Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news?
What newspaper are you talking about?
Mine. Public Occurrences. And we're the hard look at the truth. Look, I gotta go get settled in, but, stop by my office later. I have an idea for an article you'd be perfect for.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So that was our about 10-ish seconds of seeing Piper in Fallout 4, and damn, this is one of my favorite scenes that we've seen for Fallout 4, because it is our first gameplay look at Piper, a character, and more specifically a companion in Fallout 4 as confirmed at previous Fallout 4 events. And I'm really excited about this clip because there's more than just seeing Piper in this clip. We also get a glance at real-time conversations, so there's actually stuff going on around us while we're in these conversations. So I don't know whether this is going to be while we're in combat as well. I don't think we're going to be able to go in combat and also talk to people at the same time. I don't think it's going to be freezing frames anymore. I think it's definitely going to be sort of like we see here. It may just be when we're in safe-ish areas, but I'm thinking that it's going to be all the time, so I don't think we're just going to be able to just hop into a conversation while we have bullets whizzing at our head. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays in the combat mechanics in this game. That's going to be really interesting to see. Another cool thing is that there's somewhat of hair physics in this game. You can see her hair kind of flowing around while she's talking, while she's moving, and that also brings me into something else with the realistic conversations. So basically your character and also the characters that you speak to are actually projecting what they're saying properly, and they have emotion, and they're also showing you facial features, and they're doing different hand movements to kind of co-align with what they're talking about and how they feel about what they're talking about. So if they're angry, they're going to be probably like getting up in your face or something like that. And I think this is going to be really interesting. I think this is going to be a really strong point in Fallout 4, especially now that we have a voice protagonist. I think that the emotion is going to be really connected here, especially with the movement of characters and the realistic, real-time conversations going on. And I think it's going to feel a lot more real, and it's going to feel like you're not getting pulled out of the game and being pulled out of the immersion every single time you go into a conversation. I also want you guys to keep in mind that they did confirm that you will be able to go in first person, third person, or this cinematic view in conversation. So if you want, you can be in first person while in these conversations, or you can be in third person or this cinematic view. I think I might personally go with the cinematic view just because you kind of get the look at the protagonist yourself and also all the other stuff that's going on around. And I think that will be actually pretty interesting to see how that all works together. I guess we'll have to wait and see how I feel about that when the game actually comes out. But also, along with the better facial features and kind of showing emotion in the character, I want to point out that the mouth sync and the animations look way beyond Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. And honestly, I'm just really excited because also the art style of characters in this game, it looks so Fallout, and it feels so real. It feels so much more immersive with these conversations than we've seen in previous games, where you're kind of just standing face to face to a person. They're not doing anything to project what they feel. Their voice is usually monotone. And I'm just really excited to see that this is going leaps and bounds beyond what we saw in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. So I want you guys to leave your thoughts on this down in the comment section below, because I'm really excited for this, because this clip alone showed us, once again, the graphics. It showed us the lighting. You can see all the different lighting all over the place with the little lantern in the background, and it's dark in some areas and then it's lit up by lights in other areas. And then we also saw of course, Piper, the companion in Fallout 4. We saw real-time conversations. Again, we saw somewhat of hair physics. It might not be really that advanced, but it's a lot more realistic, and it makes the game feel a lot more immersive when their hair is moving around, when their clothing's moving around. And I'm really glad that they took the extra effort to put that in the game. And also the better mouth sync and animations and realistic conversations with the whole hand movements and everything just makes it feel so much more real. And I'm really excited to see the conversations and dialogue in Fallout 4. But like I said, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. But that's actually it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please smack that like button down below and subscribe to join the good fight. It'd be super greatly appreciated. But until next time, this is Epoxy signing off.
On the way down screaming.